Yo, what is up? Welcome to the channel. It's Taco, and today I'm gonna face a project that's been haunting me in my sleep. Here, right behind us, is my terribly unfinished mountain base. It's not the worst thing, and I got pretty far along. Some parts are still kind of nice, but the design I went for just kept devolving and getting muddier. Doesn't even look like a mountain anymore. It kind of looks like a couple of dicks in the sky. I actually attempted to record 3 months ago. That was when I first started building out the mountain, and the plan was to finish the shape of all the mountain forms in cobblestone, like I've just about done, compile all of that progress into my first video, and then continue to make more from there. But here we are, unfinished, messier than what we started with, and I failed to record any of maybe 30 hours of footage. So that's fun. I mean, I want to start fresh anyway. I have better ideas to put down now. Before starting on the build originally, I went and grabbed screenshots of nearly all the angles of the mountain, and I took them over to my art program to sketch. Here, you can kind of see my mountain before I added much of anything. Very modest. This is how it looked for a long time before I got working on it. Usually when Minecraft designs get a little complicated, I whip out the old pen and paper, but digital makes it so much easier with screenshots and layers. Now, my vision wasn't necessarily terrible, I just don't want it anymore. So I went back and I did a few rough sketches, make sure I have some light planning before doing anything in the world. I think that having one big mass for the mountain would be better than having two peaks, like right now. Only thing is I have buildings that I already made that are standing in the way of it. That means first I had to figure out how close this tower was to my bamboo farm. Yeah, and it's way too close. One of them is gonna have to move. My bamboo farm is so big and complicated and annoying, so I'm gonna move the tower. That means I need to get these villagers out. I just want to tuck them away someplace safe until I'm ready to erect the tower again. I actually have another box of villagers not too far from the base. They start lots of raids, it's fun, but I might as well keep these ones alive. I know some of these guys are infected with carrots. I'm not sure which. Stacks and stacks of carrots just appear in my potato smelter, and it's been getting aggressive, so hopefully they were the ones I murdered. Not all the villagers made it. I also had the tower connected to my bamboo farm, so I have chests and chests and chests full of cooked potatoes, and they just keep rolling in. There's usually way more raw potatoes than fuel, though, so I'm constantly restocking. I have a lot of systems and things around the base that need help. I really just kept waiting, and putting off things until I started to build the mountain. And then when I did start to build the mountain, here we are. Honestly, I'm thinking I should do more than just one tower when I stick them up again. A whole line of towers along the mountain could look really dope if I do it right, especially if I vary the heights and some of the angles, finagle the style a tad. I can make them all different food towers too. Or I can make them all potatoes. I'm not sure what I prefer. I'm not too sure what happened here. Every level is supposed to have two villagers on it. One guy working hard farming all day, and the other guy just watches, chilling behind my hopper. Whenever Mr. Guy shares his potatoes, I steal the potatoes. Villagers are interesting. I'm pretty sure they're supposed to work better now. It's supposed to be easier to find the traders you want, switch them out, yada yada. But I haven't done shit with them aside from these towers. It's another thing I gotta get on. I think I'm behind on a few updates. I haven't explored much of the Nether. I haven't previewed whatever newest blocks just came out. Honestly, it's been a while since I've had new Minecraft stuff to explore. It's nice. I started this world right after quarantine hit, so Mayish, and I've had a ton of really big and exciting ideas without necessarily having a lot of follow through. And huge builds can get really overwhelming, especially if you don't break it up with other things in the middle. I've learned this firsthand over and over and over again. One might ask, am I learning? This time around, I plan to pace myself with the project. Once I get up there, I want to start on just simple, broad construction lines. I checked how other Minecrafters make mountains, and I think I'm ready for a better go-around. I want to make a kind of realistic landscape with a ton of interesting features like waterfalls, caves, all that underground shit I'm gonna get to. Last time I went in too blind, too loose, and too confident in my vague sketches. This time I'll have a bit better of a strategy. With these guys all packed in and lit up, it's time to take down the tower. In the beginning of the world, I was a lot more concentrated on projects and getting things done rather than doing a ton of builds, and usually I work a bit opposite. I have my bamboo farm, this potato tower, and a kelp farm that doesn't work, but at least it looks pretty. I once had a pickle farm, but that was temporary, and the whole inside of my base is pretty much unfinished. I didn't like or stick to any of the ideas I was popping out with at the time, and I would just avoid it, trying to move on to the next thing. I hollowed out so many spaces just to leave them hollowed and spacious with a ton of half-baked ideas and designs, so we have to get on that. We have huge terraforming projects as well. I mean, basically the mountain, the whole area around the mountain, the space across the river from the mountain, and then back to world spawn, which isn't that far away. And whoo, does the spawn point need help? All my shitty starter things are like right there, but half destroyed. There was a fire that happened in my little hole in the wall base too, so literally half destroyed. We have this huge area across the river from my base, where me and a few friends all cleared an entire mountain range for some better terraforming. Problem is, we never got back to the actual terraforming, so hopefully I can get the ball rolling on all of these projects. I think I'm the most excited for starting to fill in the mountain. I want my base massive. Most of what I'll have base-wise in the mountain will be underneath it. Out in one direction, there's a whole ravine that cuts into the place, so I plan to have a lot of caverns and natural landscape underground over on that side. And then directly beneath the main mountain will be where my base starts and expands, where most of the business happens. I want tall hallways and rich colors. I want to look small as shit, and I want this whole building to look huge. That's the real goal here. I need to feel self-important in this place. This will probably end up being my most dramatic base yet, just out of size and intention. There's gonna be so much more going on here than I've yet to put together at once. Alright, on to the last couple of things. I decided that it was probably a good time to start shaving down these mountains. I'm gonna need some space cleared before I can build it up properly. The two main peaks that I have are going to form one bigger, more massive mountain, so I don't need the build to be so wide at the top. Right now I've only figured out the main part of the mountain, so I want to make sure I sketch it out thoroughly before going in with any details. I need to plan out a ton of ridges, peaks, and how the land connects to it. If you can glance at it, across the river is where the mountain range used to be. Regal's the one who designed all those buildings too, so I know things will look so dope once we go in with the terraforming. I have honestly just so many things lined out, I already know I need to be careful. Too many things at once can overwhelm, but just the right amount of spicy, of chaotic, that's my sweet spot. Alright, yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the first video. Thank you so much for watching. Honestly, I'm just happy to finally get started. It's been a slow startup for me, but I'm getting a hang of dealing with all these technological details. Hopefully I can work myself up to a better pacing, have a few videos out every week, and be consistent with it. I tried doing a face cam for this video and I found another way to fuck up the recording, so I just went back and did audio over. So hopefully my next gaming video has my face on it too, and is a bit more Let's Play style. Hey, if you enjoyed the video, maybe leave a like or subscribe. I don't know, think about it. Come back to it.